When you think of a speedrun, what comes to mind?
I am Speed.
Completing Minecraft in 7 minutes and 1 second, or maybe any % Super Mario Odyssey in 55 minutes?
Speed.
What if I told you that video games aren't the only thing you can speedrun? Let me explain. One of my personal favorite speedrunners to watch is Small Ant, and I was scrolling through his page one day and saw this video. This pencil speedrun opened up a whole new world for me. I did not realize that speedruns could be outside of a video game. So I headed over to speedrun.com, and that is where I discovered it, the In Real Life series. And there I saw it in all of its glory, a 12 cookie conventional oven speedrun. I was sold. And so my quest began, the quest to speedrun chocolate chip cookies. I'm gonna be baking 12 chocolate chip cookies as fast as possible, and I'm gonna go over some of the rules with you right now. Only one individual may touch any of the ingredients or tools until the run is completed. Baked goods must be taste tested at the completion of the run. Can't wait to try really badly mixed cookies. And of course, I'm not allowed to pre-measure anything. One of the trickiest parts that I think I'm gonna run into a lot of issues with is the size of the cookie. So the cookie has to be round, and it has to have a minimum diameter of 3 inches and be at least 1/3 of an inch thick. And of course, every cookie needs to be cooked fully through. Those are the general rules. Now we're gonna get into the ingredients. Exactly 1 ingredient from each bullet point must be used. No additional ingredients are allowed. Measurements for each chosen ingredient are up to the runner. So we have any type of flour, brown sugar, salt, baking soda, eggs, cooking oil, vanilla extract, and chocolate chips. That's exactly 1 ingredient from each bullet point. Now there is a section called Appliances and Tools, which gives us a few more rules. Electrical mixing appliances are forbidden. A microwave may only be used for melting butter. We're not doing that, we're using cooking oil. You can preheat the oven, and you can use broiler settings, and you can preheat the baking tray. And then it gives a list of the following tools that are permitted. We're going to be using a regular conventional oven. Now this oven does have the option to do convection, but that's a separate setting, and I'm not gonna be using that. Another thing I'm going to be doing, which I saw some of the top speedrunners also doing, is I'm going to be adding a cupcake tin tray that is full of water. So I'm gonna have the water directly underneath the tray of cookies, and hopefully that'll help steam the bottom, cook the bottom, while the top is being cooked by the actual broiler or heating element. For my first couple runs, I'm not gonna be using broiling. I'm gonna try to just use baking and see how it goes. And then one other thing that I did see the #1 speedrunner for this speedrun do is he actually heated up the tray on the top of the stove. The best time that I wanna beat right now is like 4 minutes. I wanna get 3rd place minimum. So I have my list of ingredient measurements that I'm gonna start with. 1/2 cup of brown sugar unpacked. Normally you pack sugar, but we're not gonna have time for that. A cup of flour, 1/4 cup of canola oil, a teaspoon-ish of vanilla, 2 eggs, 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, a pinch of baking soda, and a pinch of salt. I'm gonna get my oven mitt. Okay, so I'm gonna make everything a big circle around me, okay? So we have the liquids, we have the measuring cups. What we're gonna do is I'm going to scoop both of these at the same time. We're gonna pinch, throw that in. We're gonna grab both of these. No, I have to measure the oil. We're gonna put the oil in, then we're gonna crack the eggs, and then we're just gonna add a handful of chocolate chips. So we don't need a lot of chocolate chips. I think that's the plan. We're gonna have a little garbage bowl over here. Well, I'll crack the eggs, break it, put them in there. Drew gave me an idea. Well, Drew's friends gave him an idea, and then he gave me the idea of preheating 2 baking sheets. And then what I'm gonna do is the cookies are gonna lay on one, and then I'm gonna use the other one to press all the cookies down at once, and then put them both into the oven like that. And then hopefully both of them being hot, you'll also have the evenly heated distribution of the pan cooking the top of the cookies while the bottom of this pan cooks the bottom of the... We think it's gonna cook it faster, okay?
Hitting it from both sides.
Another thing I did is I sprayed grease onto this pan. I saw every other speedrunner spray their pans beforehand, so that's why I'm doing it too. Ready. First attempt, let's go. Oh God, already off to a bad start. 2 eggs. We got chocolate chips. We got a pinch of each of these. Oil. And then a splash of vanilla. Now we're gonna add a little bit of flour because I don't think I added enough flour. Now we're gonna mix. We're mixing. That is a wet cookie dough. We're gonna add a little bit of flour. Okay. Okay, I think we're good and mixed. Potentially. Did I miss anything? Oh shit, it's sticking to my hands. Okay, we're going over here. All right, we're gonna try to measure these. Oh my God. Okay, I did not think it was gonna stick to my hands so bad. These are very wet cookies. This is probably gonna fail, but it's fine. We need 12 cookies. This is not enough batter. Jesus, come on. All right, we're flinging dough everywhere. That's only 6 cookies. Okay, boo. It's fine, we're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish it off. We don't have enough cookies, which is fine. I'm gonna see how fast we can go though with this and how the mixture performs. I'm also gonna fling these gloves off because I don't want to get my oven mitts all dirty. Now I have the oven mitts. We're gonna put this on top. I'm gonna flatten them. We're gonna throw it into the oven. Oh, it is boiling, we're good. Okay, now we're gonna keep it in there for about a minute. So we're at, what are we at? 211, ooh, that was intense. 211. We're gonna take it out at, I think, 3 minutes exactly. And then the second that it hits, that the oven door is closed, that counts as the end of the run. So 3 minutes, I should put my oven mitts back on. I honestly don't think that the cookies are gonna be done. I think they were way too wet. Okay, that's time. It was like 3:05. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get those 2 sheets apart. We're gonna let it cool and then figure out how we can improve.
A few moments later.
All right, so I'm gonna show you the run. It's a failed run for sure because of a couple of reasons. Number 1, we didn't have enough dough. And number 2, these cookies did not bake like at all. I might try the next run without this topped pan. Attempt number 1, as expected, did not go the best. Now we're gonna try attempt number 2, and I have a couple improvements. Number 1, I have an arbitrary amount of flour in this container and right over here. I have this because of how sticky the dough was on my gloves. I'm going to dip my hands in the flour before I handle the dough, and hopefully that'll help. I have a bigger container for flour because I needed a lot more flour than I thought I did before, and we're gonna need more dough in general because I was only able to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shitty cookies. The other thing that I've changed is I am now using the broiler setting on my stove instead of baking. Time-wise, 2 minutes, okay. Let's get it out of there. Oh, those are a lot better. Those are crumbly, thick cookies. Let's give them a little measure and see how they performed. A couple of them are a little under 3 inches. They're definitely thick enough though. 1/3 of an inch thick is very, very thin. pulling it out. Done. They did rise up a little bit. I just don't think they're done cooking. Oh God, okay. Nope, not it. We're gonna restart the run. Okay, they're way too crumbly. Okay. Another fail. Much too crumbly. That's not gonna work. They are crumbly, I will say. So they might not maintain structure. They appear to be a little thick and underdone as well. Dang, this is not filled, I'm just setting it in there. Ready? Go. They're not flat enough, that's the problem. All right, taking it out. I don't get how people are cooking them so fast. Let's get it out. Oh, okay. I don't know, I'm gonna put them in for longer. They're not long enough. It's not cooked enough, guys. Ooh, okay. They do look brown. There is an eggshell in one of them. An eggshell is still part of the egg. It's not an extra ingredient. This could be the first successful run. Maybe we should up the time limit to 2 minutes instead of 1.5 minutes. So here we are. Here's the bottom. We got, oh yeah, fully cooked, 1/3 of an inch. Doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste bad. I feel like there's not enough sugar in it. I want to go for sub 4 minutes. That's the goal. We're gonna cook it in the oven for 1:30 minutes. So that means if I want to have it out of the oven at 4 minutes, that means I need to have it in the oven at 2:30 minutes. So I'm gonna shoot for 2 minutes just to like give myself some leeway. That's gonna have to be quick. I'm holding an empty thing. All right, ready? Go. Oh God. Same issue as last time with not quite having enough. That was a lot of vanilla. Need a little bit of extra flour. Okay, I've got a good mix going on. I'm mixing it with the tips of my fingers in hopes that that doesn't stick to the glove as bad. That seemed to be a good technique. Okay. It is a little bit crumbly towards the bottom, so we're gonna have to be careful with how much dough we're using for the first cookies. 41 seconds, we gotta get out of here at 45. Okay, I'm going over, dipping in flour. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, we're good, we're good, we're good. Now we just gotta flatten them quite a bit. We gotta get them really flat, because they gotta hit that 3-inch mark. I apologize for my wobbly pan. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Can't really do anything about it though. Okay? Can't do anything about it, guys. All right. What are we at? What are we at? Get it in there. Ooh, okay, I don't know if those are flat enough. 1 minute and 55 seconds. That's pretty good. That gives us some leeway with cook time. All right, I'm not gonna pull it out early because we just really need to beat 4 minutes to get 3rd place. So I don't wanna risk it not fully cooking, so I think I'm gonna give it a little bit of extra time and take it out at 3:45. Let's go. Oh, those are cooked. If these are good, that puts us in 3rd place, okay? Those look fully cooked to me. A little update. Because the burners were on, I feel like that kind of ruins the run. I'm going to not count that run, sadly, because of that mistake. Go. Okay, we're good. We're gonna mix just with these fingers this time, just to get it kind of incorporated a bit before I'm switching over to both hands. Actually, this is mixing pretty well. Definitely need more flour though. Okay, 33 seconds. This is a pretty good mixed dough. That technique was pretty good there. 38 seconds, I'm heading over here. That was pretty good. All right. We're gonna get these not super thick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're gonna flatten them. Get them really dang flat, because that's what will make them cook. They need to be cooked. We cannot have them thick. These are flat AF. The flatness is where I have been failing. So as long as they're flat, that is all I care about. Shit, we're running out of space on the pan. Okay, now I just need to make sure these are flat enough. They can be flat. Holy shit, okay. Oh shit. Okay, that one may have been messed up a little bit. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, into the oven, into the oven. Oh shit, oh shit. Okay, all right, that. Turning off the broiler, or the stovetop this time. 2 minutes, ugh. Not so good. It doesn't matter how long it's been in there, I'm taking it out at 3:45, 43, 44, 45. Okay. Okay, we're done. Those look brown, those look cooked. This is promising. I'm pretty sure that I beat 3rd place if these are good. All right, here we go. You see this? Look at that browned, crispy bottom. And we got fully cooked all the way through. Honestly, could have taken it out sooner. Here's all the cookies. They're all at least 3 inches. They're pretty big cookies. This one and that one and that one. Almost at a 1/2 inch even, a little over 1/3 of an inch. My 3-minute and 40-something second run. I think that puts me in 3rd place. So, huzzah. Be the last run. I think a 3rd place is great, but we're gonna shoot for 1st or 2nd. If it doesn't work out, that's okay. So what we have in the oven right now is a cast iron, a 2nd thermometer, so I can actually see what the real temperature is, because my oven is wrong. And then I also have a muffin tin filled with water that is boiling that I'm going to put this pan on top of, and this pan is preheating on the stove top right now. Here we have a unmeasured amount of flour, empty. We have brown sugar, let me kind of prepare that, empty. We have chocolate chips, we have salt and baking soda, we have vanilla extract and cooking oil, as well as eggs. I have a little garbage bowl for my eggshells. And I have an arbitrary amount of flour over here and over here because the dough does get sticky. Speaking of sticky, I'm putting some gloves on so I don't get dough in my fingernails. Our pan should be pretty hot. I have not opened the oven since I started preheating it, so I'm hoping that all that steam in there is nice and will help cook a lot faster. This is gonna be the last run, so however this goes is how it goes. All right. Here we go. 3, 2. Oh, also, I'm gonna mix until 30 seconds, get it in the oven by 1:30, fingers crossed. And Drew is behind here to give me time stamps. 3, 2, 1. Come on, eggs. Okay, that's fine. Vanilla and oil. Now we're mixing. Okay, nice wet dough. We have 8 more seconds of mixing, trying to get all this flour in there. All right, let's move on over to here. All right, we have our pan. Let's see if I can, all right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Add some extra to this tiny one. And now we're gonna press to a good size. 18, okay. Good, good, good. Okay, tell me when it's at 40. All right, this is going in. Going in. Okay. In at 44, so we're gonna go for a 2nd place then, which is fine. So we're gonna take it out at, so 30 seconds. We're just gonna take it out at 3 minutes and 10 seconds because if we're in at 44, that gives us, that's about 1:30. Jeez, those are cooked. 12. Nice. As long as they're fully cooked, this is the second place. Let me get my spatula, my handy dandy spatula. I'm gonna take a look at these. So, start with this one, I guess. Ooh, that's still hot. Ooh, yeah. So we have a crispy brown on the bottom. I already measured these. They're all 3-inch diameter minimum. Some of them are up to 4 inches. We got a crispy bottom. How does it look on the inside? Oh, that is fully cooked. That is a mediocre cookie. Let's check them all. And then that one I'll have to see. I don't know, actually. These might be, dang. I don't think they're fully cooked. Shoot, okay. Not quite cooked. Not quite cooked on some of them. Dang, how many did I have? 2, 3. That one's debatable. 4. That one's cooked. 5, 6. Debatable. Okay. That one's pretty cooked. 7. 7 out of the 12 were cooked. Yeah, remaining were debatable and slightly underdone. Third place is good. I'm very proud of that, actually. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you after your next quest, adventurer.